themselves pretty much infiltrated by the rest of Alter Ego Ares. They're also keeping an eye out for the side of ASI8, playing over at lower grounds where there is going to be difficulties when they do go for a push. Speaking of which, Han's now being brought down. Massive spray down coming from inside of Princess, while Icy tries to trade back with a grenade. Rosemary still lurking out and about. He might be able to strike perfectly as he's trying to look for those angles, but it is increasingly getting difficult. Is I not allowed to actually move through? East is the next one to falter, while the rest of Vampire Esports around the scene, the rest of Alter Ego now being sandwiched in between.
And there you go. I mean, we've already predicted this one. We saw it coming. VTR now eliminating 4 Miracle Vibes and exiting the game empty-handed. No scores whatsoever. Aegon IA got eliminated as well, but they were able to put up 3 elimination points. Falcons, and teams are dropping like flies here. But just look at that. Alter Ego Ares, they've been through a lot, you know, just for a few seconds there, but they were able to stack up 8 elimination points.
Yeah, that was absolutely massive from Alter Ego Ares. The way that they position and play that one through, they know and understand that they have to take on the fight up against Team Falcons because this high ground will give them a little bit of an advantage, but now find themselves by the edge of the zone. I wonder if they will be able to pull through up against the rest of these members of Vampire Esports. I believe you've already spotted out Ravenclaw prior to this. That's why he's locking that angle for the time being. Whereas Bickron Knights, they definitely showed up some great surprises as they have overwhelmed some of these squads, making their way to the short run. Still having 4 members strong, but now receiving a couple attacks coming in from Rosemary. And he is pretty much putting up some pressure up against the members of BTR. Indonesian rivalry once again set into place. It's going to be an El Clasico between the biggest squads of Indonesia, while Nuzi's going to be able to hit the mark, finding Rosemary. Alter Ego, they are now battered and bruised. Vampire Esports bow down.
No.
While Genfos runs in the nade. Unfortunately, it does not really go right into the shacks, or else this could be the end. And speaking of which, 1-for-1 trade, not enough for Alter Ego.
How bad you... Honestly, Alter Ego Ares just probably dusting themselves that, hey, even though we exit up Bigatron, nice, so let's see what's going to happen. I mean, this is such a great vantage point for Sleepy right here. Great potential. He could actually shut down at least 2 players of Bigatron, and that could be, you know, very dangerous for the side of BTR. I'm not even sure if they were able to put up any numbers just yet, but we're gonna take a look at that in just a while. Chama, however, coming from the side of DRS, just got knocked down. But you know what? Sleepy is trying to keep the boys of BTR at bay. He's not even letting them actually move forward here.
And now they're all hunkered inside of a tiny little shack that allows the rest of DRS to go in for that full flush. They should have eliminated the prime right in. So BTR, how long could they hold out? The rest of Roy Esports just has to play the waiting game. And that will be it. Sleepy now flips over on Lepar. Another buildable knock. And it should be done and dusted. Chua hoping to also claim some points for their own, striking on a weakened side of BTR. And what could he basically get at this moment? Chua getting found out. He is not allowed the time and space. And Chama takes control. It's only down to Zuxi, and Zuxi will falter. And that will be it. DRS now swinging hot, looking for that chicken dinner, while there is knocks after knocks. DRS will eventually overwhelm.
Vampire Esports already out of the game this early. Oof, man. Stage 3, ladies and gents, we still got 15 teams. On screen, first team to actually get booted out of Iranko would be Vampire Esports, but oh man, Kobe shot right there. DRS, Chama, Zuxi from BTR getting dropped right now. We've got RQ also having a fight somewhere in Iranko. DRS Gaming, as you can see, X is just trying to scout the area, getting the job done, sealing the deal, and getting those points.
BTR, they went in for that split T-side over on the hill, but they were absolutely exposed. That was a great opening with that grenade, and now DRS looks for a whole lot more right across our screen. Perhaps that was a member of the side, locking out the members of 4 Miracle Vibes. Now they find themselves over onto the edge of the zone, but where exactly can they go and not get shot at the same time? Onsens now gets a knock over the members of the Savior. The Vietnamese side having a little tough time. Meanwhile, Falcons go on a duel up against Kasim, and Jimmy OP goes down.
Oh,
Same goes to
man.
Olio as well. My goodness, this push is not working out. Icy does it all, and he is all alone.
Wow.
Bagging all 3 points. That was a ridiculous effort. And Icy secures all 3 of them. Only down to Leon's, and I'm pretty sure Leon's does not want to partake in that skirmish.
Mm-hmm. Ice in his veins, baby. I mean, he did those elimination kills with a mini 14. I mean, how cool is that? I mean, that was pretty amazing if you're going to ask me. As for BT, already got Gutsy and Lapar already out of the game, and I guess they are headed towards the RQ, and now they're having an exchange. We've got Janfos right where the DBS was able to get the point, and now he's getting ready to pick up his teammate here. RQ just got eliminated with 3 elimination points, so I guess it is still a decent number, not that high, but at least he got some points up there on the board. And now we're looking at Judo Alliance. Leon being the lone survivor, and 4 elimination points is not bad at all as well. But yeah, I think I spoke too soon. And now they're completely out of the game. Same thing goes for
North Point, having a lot of firm control over the course of the region, while majority of the teams are still stuck around the south as well as the eastern corner of the map. 1 member down from the side of BTR. That only leaves 1 more standing. I believe that to be either Satar or, yep, it definitely is Satar at the moment. Trying to deal with this current predicament up against Roy.
Naya. So I guess we'll see them in just a while. We have at least 4 teams going head to head here inside Yasnaya.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a tough time for them to even sort out some of these battles. But if there's one team that loves those close quarter combat, it definitely seemed to be Team Secret. We saw how effective that push was up against Style Esports to eventually overwhelm them. And true enough, they are already pouncing onto these members of BTR, just hoping to connect this beautiful nade, and it will just be a perfect opening for SOAS to take charge. But there is still another member side of BTR not too far off. But some of all these areas have already been covered off. So this will be pretty much a very firm chance for SOAS to eventually secure the point. But he just missed the mark. He didn't really seem to spot Gen Fosters yet. Lapar now getting spotted by Max LV. This ain't looking all too good, but the nades are being lopped right in, trying to hold back those members of Team Secret. Well, Gen Foss is still somewhat limping. He found some good area play, and Team Secret has 1 member taken down.
You know what? Honestly, it was a missed opportunity for SOAS to actually get the job done, since, you know, he looked left instead of right, but it's still okay, you know. No missed opportunity right there. I mean, the fight is still ongoing. It's just lucky for Genfus, though. He is crawling back to his teammate, you know, still trying to hope that he can still get revived. But you know what? Great counter coming from Bigatron 9. That was Satar hitting 2 birds with 1 stone.
That was so beautiful. And through these containers as well, not an easy task. And it's so hard to really navigate around the city. They don't really spot those bodies, so he knows that he has already missed the mark. And he did check the left. Oh, boy. What a battle it has been between Secret as well as BTR. Now the nades are primed into place. Break drops in that Molotov. Members of Team Secret right now currently limping, just like how BTR used to be, but they have already gotten themselves resuscitated. There is also involvement coming from Baron, for MV has now arrived to the occasion, and this is not going to be an easy task for BTR. Sandwiched in between both squads. There is still some form of room inside the city to play out, but Roy, the Lions, they're happy sitting outside the fields.
I know. I mean, I could say for now it is a great position because the fight is all happening from inside Yasnaya. But if the circle will not favor Yasnaya, if it will move a little bit on the south bar, then it can be a very difficult position to defend. But then again, an accurate nade coming from Satar, ladies and gentlemen, putting down players coming from Team Secret. GK already out of the game. I can see we are looking at Break. You know, Break is the only player left for the side of Team Secret, but they were able to put up, what, 3 elimination points, so I guess that is still a decent number right there. Fnatic coming from RQ. gets the job done with a DBS, taking out Soaz out of the fight. And they are still a complete squad here, which puts them, like such a great advantage.
True enough, and overall, for the rest of RRQ, they're now hugging onto the outskirts. They should have actually spotted some of all the members of BTR from afar, but they want to get into the mix as well.
Ooh.
Sa now goes for a jump shot, finds the mark. It's such a rowdy time inside the city, and there's still a whole lot more to do. Asa finds the rest of BTR right in between the way side, and there's just barely enough space to squeeze for BTR. Eventually getting overwhelmed. One member left inside of BTR while there is still break involved. They're getting one member from inside of RQ being knocked out as they continue on with the chase. This time to get a fight up against the side of Jiki. Or should I say break to be the final member. And that nade connects. Oh my goodness. Seems secret it's doing it. But another nade sent towards the top. That will secure it. The Pecco now goes toe-to-toe up against their nemesis, BTR. I believe that they will just go in for the revives and just leave a little bit of that opening for Star to actually move around the field side. But he's definitely out for blood. Now that he's all alone, there's just nothing much that they can gain other than to take more of these fights. So it's double or nothing. Speaking of which, they will toss the Molotov and they will actually clip onto the Pecco. He should be able to be okay for now.
Okay, so I guess RQ has finally gotten down their tempo, but right now they're dealing with the boys of BTR. We can see that their Pecco, aka Zuing, for this match, is already on the ground floor of the building where Sitar is actually at. And now we've got Asa trying to flush him out. He goes in, tries to goes in.
Now he loses team members, he loses the boat. Rest of RQ stealing all the stashes as well. This is not going to be a easy task for Void Donkey to get by. No vehicles as well. Meanwhile, our Esports finds themselves a catch inside the middle base. We'll just have Malik to secure the points for Esports. This could be a really good chance. We saw a 5-point differential, and now they close it to 4 up against the rest of DRS. Void Donkey now finds that vehicle, trills at the back of these members of RQ, and he's definitely looking for revenge. Oh, there you go. Perfect angles coming through, and they are definitely working this out.
So, damage, a boy still dropping to his knees. They're bleeding out there in the open. We've got another player, Og for. So this is quite hard to pronounce, but yeah, he's doing a massive spray so far up against Alliance. Apex on your screen dealing with Alter Ego Rares, but that was such a great jump shot coming from Rosemary, hence getting the point. Unfortunately, though, right up behind them are the players coming from former Echo 5s, and Rosemary got shut down as well. Ruthles taking all the damage, and we already have 2 players coming from the side of former Echo 5s is currently on the ground. I don't think a pickup would be possible at this point.
Yeah, they're definitely going for a trade right now. Meanwhile, Star Esports defending up against the Alliance. Trying to make things a little bit cheeky right there. Leon's does drop in a grenade. Orgly's already being knocked down, and slowly they are getting overwhelmed, but there's still a little bit of that space where they manage to hold out, knocking one of the members of the side of T-Secret, moving outwards. Thatcher finds it, and now down to 1v1.
Oh man, after such strong and powerful performance come from Alter Ego, whereas they just got shut down here. Last Erangel, stage number 3 for the tournament. Sand Cheer from Solar Esports right now with an S12K going in for the charge for the main players coming from Alliance right here. He is going back and forth doing some catch and melt here.
The areas where the fights will take place. For Miracle Vibes extended into Chimasera, so it's going to be pretty much the same nitty-gritty stuff that we are getting. So going over onto Stalwart Esports, they will have to find themselves an upper hand where they've dropped a member into the stadium, whereas the rest of FaZe Clan, they're already in the apartments.
So I guess instead of 4, we will be seeing 3 teams battle it out inside Los Leones. I did see Team Secret, if I'm not mistaken, Yudo Alliance, seeing them really put out their potential or just like be the great team like we know that they are. So, I mean, it's already too late for them to actually make a difference in this competition, considering that, this is already the second to the last game before we wrap things up. Well, let's see what's going to happen as they have now gathered 4 elimination points for the team. Can they keep up this kind of pace? So that is the big question.
That's right, and ASI8, they have been in a really good form here in these battles. Now it's only down to Oleo as they take the fights on the outskirts. The rest of Team Secret keeping themselves quiet as they try to sniff out where exactly all these members could be. That Nate will be charged right in Falak so far, securing that point. And it's once more the battle taking place between all these members as Stalwart Esports is left with only one remaining.
Oh man, BTR, FaZe Clan, Stalwart Esports, losing some members. We already have I think teams already out of the game. D Saver's been getting picked up as well. Chua already on the ground versus BTR this time. We've got Patagene. He has that elevation working out for him so far. Sitar is a little bit low on the HP here, but right up behind him is Zuxi. So a quick pickup can definitely happen. But Lamborghini as well as Chua, oh man, already out of the game. So it's just Patagene and Levi's playing for D Saver. And we can see that Patagene is getting ready to attack Zuxi in this exchange. But fortunately, he got shut down. So BTR is already at a big disadvantage.
Yeah, they're absolutely being taken out. There was no region for the rest of BTR to play.
Battle happening between them and D Savior, but it looks to me like one of them already fell victim to Aegon IA.
True enough, and it seems like Stalwart Esports finally get the region of kind of by themselves. Roy goes in for the trade out, and they're taking the knives into the battle, and it will be a little bit of shred coming through. Paragen now gets that double drop. Leon going down. It's a total mess. What we ask for, we shall get while there is another drop. As Stalwart Esports once again getting challenged, the rest of FaZe Clan have already arrived to the scene. Orgoy has to take a leap of faith, still trying to hold out. While it seemed like they never have allowed any from that space for SDE to play this for episode 2. Members drop. So much to work with here. Crossbow from Victor, though. Are they serious about this fight?
Okay, so we got at least, 4 teams here inside this area. Roy Esports getting obliterated by BTR. We've got Kasih on your screen getting burned alive from inside the building, and Kasim is the only player remaining for the side of Alliance, or Alliance rather. But that was like a good exchange for the DBS. It was able to shut them down. Unfortunately, it is overwhelming for just one player, and so we already know what kind of outcome that we will see on the screen. But Stalwart Esports is not stopping just yet, retaliating onto the boys of FaZe Clan. That was a great shot right there using a micro Uzi, and that would be Sencheer switching to AKM this time.
Yep, and they do have a little bit more involvement. BTR still finding the mark. Damage now slowly being done by all these members of Stalwart Esports. Orgoy now runs over at the top end of the field while they have that DPS that have chunked down members of FaZe Clan. They find that one up. This is what I asked for the entirety of the day, and finally they give us that big party. As Stalwart Esports still having to find the mark. But it's going to be Orgoy that will be shred out. He's been running around. Now that's being sniffed out. It's only down to that member with DBS. So here comes Mormon, as he will eventually allow that pickup to happen. Everybody's clumped up out of the stairways. So it's really down to Sencheer. These taps, not really hitting the mark, but at least they have taken the regards that there is going to be players running right above him. He spots the back, not enough to eventually clip him, though.
RQ, man, getting dropped by Voindunky over here, not giving them a chance to retaliate. So I guess Voindunky will definitely win the fight since, the confirmation from the kill feed is astonishing. Same thing goes for Vampire Esports, Alter Ego, Eris for Miracle Vibes. Man, a lot of fights happening simultaneously. And on the screen, we've got Real FaZe right here throwing in some nades up against Falcon's Force, but completely missing the target.
And Mormon trying to actually prime it across, and this is not going to be an easy task. These two taking a battle to the death inside of the areas of Mikado. Big nades now sent right through. FaZe Clan does not get to last out. Team Falcons continues on their journey as we have to say goodbye to the rest of FaZe. Looking to be daunting. Zones closing in. Stage 4, this is going to hurt a whole lot. As numbers are slowly getting depleted, they don't seem to have any sort of a good time to actually fend them off. So for Esports, I think this is just about time that they are crowned as champions in this match.
Oh man, Malik, okay, despite having that advantage, he needs to be careful now because his helmet is about to break anytime soon. So if he keeps getting tagged by DRS Gaming, oh, it will not look good, for the side of Malik. But Sleepy is about to go to sleep because he's outside of the zone dealing with the Blue Reaper here, and he doesn't have that much time. I mean, he needs to shut down Horror Esports, but it's not working out for him.
He even got taken down. So that point will definitely be secured by Horror Esports. There's just nothing much left in the gas tank of DRS to even get much out of this situation. Nothing can take Horror Esports at the top of the hill, at the top of the leaderboard right now. It's all about securing those final touches, which is why they are locking down their target, not allowing any form of breathing space for the remainder of DRS. Despite having two, I don't think that there is a solid chance for that chicken dinner right now. While we move forward to the other fight, it's a battle between Falcons as well as BTR. BTR holding over on the compounds. This is going to be the advantage for the rest of Falcons to eventually swarm in. As a matter of fact, IC gets that picked off. Perfect headshot landed across the field. Down to Lapar only. I'm not expecting all too much coming into this 3 versus 1.
You know what? For the side of Horror, they are effective because they have the high ground, right? But how long is it going to last? Is it going to still be favored by the circle? So if in case it doesn't, then there'll definitely be a change of pace right there. But Team Falcons, we've got East on the screen with the 11 elimination points, which is pretty outstanding. And they just eliminated, the rest of BT.